reconcile their differences through a series of letters. Enjoy. James, even in the sorry state our once grand society currently resides in, there is no reason to abandon the common sense principles of civil discourse. While certain unfortunate events have probably decimated any chance you and I will ever be friends, there is no reason you and I cannot discuss matters important to each of our mutual camps politely. It's likely the unfortunate events leading to the rescue created the confusion within your salvage party. Given the proximity to sundown, and I should not have to tell you about the things that happen out here after dark, and the distance from your camp, our team merely offered their assistance. A flock of blue xenomorph slugs, named after the acidic slime they excrete, for reasons I do not understand, had moved into the road leading to your camp, and we did not want to see fellow humans, even from your camp, melted into pools of liquefied flesh. Some of your people, out of fear and ignorance, chose to misinterpret this offer of goodwill and run, risking their lives rather than accept our aid. Though I doubt you will believe me, I was glad to hear they made it back safely to your compound. I'm also happy to hear the missing members of my camp found their way to you. We fear they had met an awful fate outside the relative safety of our walls. While I'm truly grateful you took them in, I must return the favor and warn you that they are uniformly an untrustable bunch of liars, whores, and con men. You should be wary of anything they say and should realize, even if an angle is not readily apparent, they have something self-serving in mind. A good example of this is their claim to have any useful information about my camp's defenses. This is not information I would share with low-life grifters such as them. Acting on whatever lies they have fed you could be disastrous for everyone involved. Except for, perhaps, them, the scheming bastards that they are, who are likely hoping that we eliminate each other so they can take over themselves. Since these misunderstandings have been cleared up, I suggest we arrange a return of your people. As I said before, I'm not asking for anything in trade, just suggesting a goodwill gesture on your part. As some of the last remaining members of the human race, it is perhaps up to us to establish some standards of etiquette in this challenging new world. Just as silver used to be the appropriate gift for a 25th wedding anniversary, I think ammunition and condiments would be the correct gift for the rescue and return of your people. Please leave out the gifts at the letter site. Some faith here would go a long way. We will return your people soon after. Well, the exact nature of the gifts is up to you. Try to stay in the bullets and sauces realm. If you have some barbecue sauce, I would really appreciate it. I'm feeling some of the tougher and gamier cuts of dead pork could be quite delicious cooked low and slow with some tangy barbecue confection. Some Joe Bob's Texas smoke flavor would be awesome, but I'm not choosy. Any brand would do at this point. I suppose some salsa could substitute and give the whole thing a south of the border feel. Shotgun shells would still be first choice. Sincerely, Captain Rama. P.S. Your comment about my friend Sand and your flatulence was uncalled for. I won't go into details about what bodily function I am participating in when I think of your young bride, but as you might guess, my dick is in my hand. Noodle dick. Unfortunately, I can think of no polite and proper way to express my desire to personally rape you to death with a blunt object. Or a sharp one. You are either delusional or a liar. Grabbing a 20-year-old girl, putting a rusty saw blade to her throat, demanding the others throw down their weapons, and binding their hands with zip ties is under no one's definition rescuing. As for the blue slimers, we call them slimers, though I must ask, what kind of asshole does not know what a xenomorph is? They started making those movies in the 80s and did not stop until the world ended. I have it on good authority a trail in blood and entrails was made to draw the slimers away from their usual migration route. I'm guessing you'll deny knowing anything about it, but to any sane person with an ounce of common sense, it was obvious this was a trap. What I'm trying to get at here is, as bad as it is you kidnap my people, your bullshit request for a favor is not helping. You want a ransom for people you abducted? Then ask for a ransom. Save the bullshit. Life is too short to waste on such nonsense. Before you repeat your previous demands, let me make some things clear. I am not sending you any bullets, or even knives and clubs. Weapons are not coming your way unless we are using them to kill you. As painful as letting you sick bastards use my friends as food would be, I am sure I would regret giving you any kind of weapon. Despite your claims about our new camp members, you are vulnerable. Only my desire not to participate in the extinction of our species is keeping us from wiping you all out. If I could just kill you and not worry about the innocents under your command, your sorry ass would already be dead. Harm any of my people, and I will change my mind. Frankly, I'm not keen on giving you any sauces, especially barbecue. First, once they are gone, they are gone. Much like ammunition, no one is making more, and no one in my camp has been able to make a decent batch from scratch. You seem to be proud of your cooking. If you were half the cook you claim to be, you could just make your own damn sauces. Second, the thought of helping you prepare human flesh for a meal sickens me. I am willing to offer up fruits and vegetables, and even medical supplies, which, like everything else, are getting scarce. Perhaps in the interest of good faith, you can release a hostage first. It'd be nice to have at least one so I can confirm I'm not just leaving out supplies for you to steal. If you really want to have a good relationship, you could release them all. Do this and I give my word I'll leave the appropriate amount of food and medical supplies, band-aids, ointments, and some antibiotics. Hoping you get some kind of flesh-eating bacteria on your dick. James. P.S. Please keep anything related to how you masturbate to yourself. P.S.S. Fuck you. You've been listening to the 10th Rule Books Old School Radio Serial Podcast. Brought to you, of course, by 10th Rule Books. Bringing you the pulp fiction that skips the boring parts. Look up our titles on Amazon, like Captain Cooker by Todd Moore and The Walking Funeral by Bodie Myers. With more titles coming soon, including the sequels to both of those books. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. You can subscribe to this podcast right now on Google Play. And remember, if you enjoy this, tell a friend, tell an enemy, tell everybody. We will be back with Camp Hendrix episode 4, so stay tuned and thanks for listening.